Today, a Nebraska WoodSTR. The wood yard is now a mud yard. We got about 3/4 of an inch, so we are gonna work in the shop today and fix everything that I broke yesterday or on the last video. So, good morning, WoodSTRs. My name is Mike. Today, Sassman Saws is here, also known as John, to help me fix everything that I broke yesterday. So our first initial assessment of the clone saw was the 660 as I bent the crankshaft. So we're gonna pull that baby apart here and see if we assessed correctly or if it's something a little bit else. So, all right, stick with me. Learning, here we go. All right, well, we pulled her off here. So we wanted to be able to see the crank there, and we might have gotten a little bit lucky here. So if you can see this here, that bearing is shot. So good chance that we might have just got her so hot that it warmed up that bearing and took the bearing out. So we did start the saw. Looks like, doesn't look like we bent the crankshaft on that. So might be an easy fix. So I don't know, John Sassman Saws headed back to the house, see if he's got a bearing. We're gonna throw that baby in there and see if it works. So, all right, might have got lucky. The other saw, while he's out looking for that bearing, the other saw that he let me run, 345 Husqvarna, pulled that apart this morning. Must have had an air leak in it. He got that saw free somewhere, and he had fixed the air leaks on it twice, and looks like another one showed up. So, pretty easy fix for him, not me. So looks like that was the number 2 saw. Number 3 saw that ran out of gas, that was an easy fix, just put some gas in it, but it was also cutting in a circular motion and making unstraight cuts. So put the kind of the ruler to it, and the most common mistake that I make and most people make is that saw, when you're hand filing, I do most of my filing by hand, is my dominant hand. As I'm pushing through with the file on the one side, I'm taking off a little bit more of that teeth on every swipe than I am with my non-dominant hands. We put that on the stationary sharpener, and I had to cut off 1/16 more on the one side, so those cutting teeth were a lot longer than the other side, and so got those all snubbed up and figured out which way and how my dominant hand was pulling more. So I'll just take an extra swipe or 2 each time when I'm using my non-dominant hand to do that. So kind of interested to get back out into the trees and see if I remedied that problem and understand how to keep that from happening again. So, you know, you hear people talk about perfecting the art of hand filing. Well, that's part of the learning curve for me as well. So I think we figured that out today. And we'll verify that once we get into some wood. So, all right, waiting for John. Here we go. All right, John is back. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what mine looks like. So we're gonna put that baby on there, and we will see if that remedies the problem. We were thinking bent crankshaft just because of, I'd put on the bar and chain, tighten that up, and as soon as we'd run it around, it'd go real tight and then loosen up. So that's why we were thinking bent crankshaft, but this bearing would do the same thing. Loosen it up and allow that chain to come. So we're gonna put that on and we'll see what happens.
Is the oiler. Must be right about there. Try not to lose this.
Ding! She gone.
I'll be getting another one. Just like that, we're brand new.
Could be the easiest fix ever. All right, we'll throw the bar and chain back on it and see if that remedied it. Little tuning as we go. All right, so what did we learn? Well, when you start your saw and it's in high idle mode, do not kick the brake on and let it warm up that way. It will get everything hot, take out the bearing, weaken or bend the crankshaft, or weaken it so the next time you run it, you break it. So kind of lucked out here today. It was just the bearing that went out. So just went online and ordered 5 of those, not because we're planning on burning all those out, but always should have a couple extra of those on hand as well. So anyway, thanks to Sassman Saws, we are back up and running. So when the wood yard is not a mud yard, we can get back at it. So very good. And you guys know the program. Thanks for coming along today. You guys know the program. Like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for coming along with me today, and we'll see you on the flip side. Thanks, John.